For number 7, we have an angle that's being bisected by a ray, QS, and the two smaller angles here then are congruent to each other by definition of an angle bisector. So these two smaller angles are the same measurement. So in fact, if one of them is labeled 10x plus 1, then the other has to also be 10x plus 1 degrees. So they ask us to find x. So they give us that the measure of PQR, that's the entire larger angle, is 82 degrees. So there's a couple of ways that you can actually solve for x here. I would set up an equation by adding the two smaller angles in order to get the larger angle by using the angle addition postulate. So let's actually practice just plugging in. Before you actually plug in the actual expressions, let's create an equation using the angle addition postulate. So the measure of angle PQS, that's a smaller angle, plus the measure of angle SQR, that's the other smaller angle, has to be equal to the measure of angle PQR, the larger. And now that we have this equation, we can plug in what the actual expressions are. So for the first one, it's 10x plus 1. And for the second angle, it's also 10x plus 1. And that has to be equal to 82 degrees. So now that we have our equation, let's solve. Combine like terms on the left side. So 10x's plus 10x's is 20x's. And then we've got 1 plus 1, which is 2. So 20x plus 2 is equal to 82. Next, we move what's not attached to the variable, so subtract 2 from both sides, inverse operations. So you're left with 20x is equal to 80. One more step in order to get x isolated, divide both sides by 20, and we get x is equal to 4.